Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're tackling OpenAI, and let me tell you, the listener who sent this stuff in really did their homework.
Yeah, they weren't kidding around.
Not at all. We're talking about some serious AI breakthroughs, and that $157 billion valuation, that's got to turn heads even in Silicon Valley, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's not just an investment, that's a statement. Investors are basically saying, we think OpenAI is going to change the game.
And not just like tweak the rules a little, we're talking full-on rewrite the rule book, right?
Yeah.
So where do we even begin? I mean, OpenAI is doing a lot, but one term that keeps popping up is AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. You're the expert, break it down for us.
Right. So, AGI. Think of it like this. Most AI today, it's like a specialist. It can play chess like a champ or write code like a pro, but ask it to do both. No dice. AGI, that's the dream of creating AI that can learn and adapt across the board just like humans.
Okay, so instead of having an AI for writing, one for scheduling, another for analysis, it's like having one AI brain that can handle it all.
Exactly.
Wow, that's ambitious, to say the least.
Yeah, and this is where things get really interesting. One of the articles you sent, it mentioned OpenAI making a voice AI that actually called and had a conversation with a strawberry vendor, right?
Yeah, I got to admit, when I saw that, I thought, okay, is that really necessary? Just order the strawberries online. But then I got to thinking.
There's more to it than meets the eye, right?
Exactly. What's the bigger picture here?
It's not about the fruit, it's about the tech. That call, it showed off OpenAI's real-time voice API, and that's a game changer. It means AI can now understand and respond to human speech in real time, with all the nuances and complexities that come with it.
Okay, so we're not just talking about your basic voice assistant here. This is next level stuff.
Exactly. Imagine an AI that doesn't just understand your words, but your tone, your intent.
So are we talking about AI that can finally understand my sarcasm? Because let me tell you, my current voice assistant, not so much.
That's the idea. This technology, it's got the potential to revolutionize everything. Customer service, accessibility for people with disabilities, how we interact with our devices on a daily basis. It's huge.
Huge is an understatement.
Yeah.
But you also flagged another term in one of these articles, and I'll be honest, I had to look this one up. Model distillation. It sounds like something you do in a chemistry lab.
Right. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's crucial. See, OpenAI, they create these super powerful AI models, but they're resource hogs, need massive computing power. Most businesses, developers, they can't touch that.
So how do you get that power into the hands of the people who need it?
Model distillation. It's like taking a huge, powerful engine and creating a smaller, more efficient version that anyone can use.
Okay, so it's about making this AI power more accessible, more affordable.
Exactly. That's how we bring AI to the masses, not just keep it locked away in some tech giant's lab.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
More accessible AI, more affordable AI. This is starting to feel like a real turning point, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. We're on the verge of a major shift.
And speaking of major shifts, one of the articles mentioned OpenAI CEO Sam Altman talking about something called AI agents. And let me tell you, this is where my mind really started to race. What are those, and how do they fit into OpenAI's master plan?
All right, buckle up, because this is where things get really wild. Remember we were talking about AGI?
Yeah, the whole AI that can do it all dream.
Right, so these AI agents, they're like the first step towards that. Essentially, they're programs designed to carry out tasks on their own using that adaptable intelligence we talked about.
Wait, hold on. Autonomous. Like they can make decisions and take action without a human pulling the strings.
You got it. Altman himself has said they're working on agents that can do things in seconds or minutes, things that would take us humans hours, even days, to do by hand.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. Imagine the possibilities. Booking flights, scheduling meetings, doing research, all done in the blink of an eye. What would that even look like in, say, our everyday work lives?
Imagine this, your workday, but without all the tedious, time-consuming stuff. Need to book a business trip. Your AI agent handles everything. Flights, hotels, even creates a detailed itinerary based on your preferences and schedule, all while you focus on the bigger picture. No more scrambling to find the best deals, no more back and forth emails. It's like having a super efficient personal assistant, but AI powered.
Okay, that's seriously impressive, but let's not stop there. We're talking about AI with the potential to revolutionize almost every aspect of our lives. What about areas like healthcare? How could AI agents make a difference there?
Healthcare, that's a big one. Imagine AI analyzing medical images like X-rays or scans, but doing it with superhuman accuracy. Or think about AI assisting doctors with diagnoses, even personalizing treatment plans based on someone's unique genetic makeup and lifestyle.
Wow, that's really taking personalized medicine to a whole new level.
Exactly. And it's not just about treatment, it's about prevention too. AI could analyze massive data sets of patient information to identify potential health risks early on, allowing for proactive intervention.
That's incredible. And it makes you realize we're not just talking about incremental improvements here, are we? This is
Mhm.
about fundamentally changing the way we approach healthcare.
Absolutely. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. One of the articles you highlighted specifically mentioned the potential impact on accessibility.
Right, that really caught my eye. It feels like this technology could be for real game changer for people with disabilities.
Exactly. Imagine, for example, voice-controlled interfaces that allow someone with limited mobility to navigate the digital world seamlessly. Or think about real-time language translation tools that break down communication barriers for people with hearing impairments.
It's amazing to think about how this technology could help create a more inclusive and accessible world for everyone. It's like we're finally starting to see the potential of technology to not just make things easier, but to actually make a real difference in people's lives. But okay, I have to ask, with all this talk about the amazing things AI agents could do, what about the potential downsides? And I'm not talking about robots taking over the world, more like the unintended consequences of this kind of powerful technology.
Right, and that's a critical question we need to be asking ourselves. One of the biggest concerns with AI, and particularly with these AI agents, is the potential impact on the job market.
Right, that's the big one, isn't it? I mean, if these AI agents can do tasks that humans currently do, but faster and more efficiently,
Yeah.
what happens to those jobs?
Exactly. As AI agents become more sophisticated, it's inevitable that they'll be able to automate many tasks that are currently done by humans. This could lead to job displacement in certain sectors, and that's something we need to be prepared for.
So what can we do? Are there ways to mitigate that impact to make sure that the rise of AI doesn't lead to widespread job losses and economic disruption?
Absolutely. For one, we need to start adapting our education systems to equip people with the skills they'll need to thrive in an AI-powered world. It's not just about teaching people how to code, but about fostering creativity, critical thinking, problem-solving skills, those uniquely human skills that AI can't replicate.
So it's about preparing for a future where humans and AI work together, each playing to their strengths.
Exactly. It's about creating a future where AI empowers us, not replaces us.
I like the sound of that. But it's going to take a real collective effort to get there, right?
Yeah.
It's not just on educators or policymakers or tech companies. It's on all of us to have these conversations, to think critically about the future we want to create.
You got it. It's about having those sometimes difficult conversations about how we ensure a just and equitable transition as AI becomes more integrated into our lives.
It's not just about the technology itself. It's about how we choose to use it and how we adapt to its impact.
Exactly. And that's something we need to be mindful of as we continue to explore the potential of AI.
It's a lot to process, that's for sure. We've gone from AI ordering strawberries to potentially reshaping the entire job market, and it feels like we've only just scratched the surface.
We really have. And that's what's so exciting about this field. Every answer just leads to more questions, more possibilities.
Speaking of more, and you know I love to ask, this deep dive has definitely solidified OpenAI as a major player, but they're not the only ones in the game, right? What other big AI developments or companies are on your radar?
Oh, there's a ton happening right now. It's like the whole AI field is exploding with creativity. Beyond OpenAI, we're seeing amazing things in AI drug discovery, personalized education, even AI that can compose music or paint like the old
I'm not an
masters.
AI artist. Now that's something I've got to see.
It's wild. They're pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible, blurring the lines between human and machine creativity.
That's incredible. It does feel like we're on the cusp of a whole new era, almost a renaissance, but powered by AI this time.
It's an exciting time to be paying attention, that's for sure. But of course, with all this progress, all this talk of what AI can do,
Hmm.
we've got to address the elephant in the room, right?
The risks.
Exactly. And I'm not talking about some sci-fi robot takeover, but the real-world ethical concerns that come with developing such powerful technology.
Right, because it's not enough to just ask, can we do this? We also have to ask, should we do this?
Exactly. And that's where things get really complex. We need to be incredibly mindful of potential biases in AI algorithms, for example.
Because if we're not careful, we could end up creating AI that perpetuates or even amplifies existing inequalities.
Exactly. We need to be asking ourselves some really tough questions. What values do we want to bake into this technology? What kind of future do we want to build with it? And how do we ensure that it benefits all of humanity, not just a select few?
Those are big questions, and it feels like we need everyone at the table to answer them. Ethicists, policymakers, the public, everyone.
Absolutely. This isn't just about the code, it's about who we are as a society and what we value.
Wow, well said. So, to our listener out there, I think the takeaway here is clear. Stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay engaged. The future of AI isn't something that's just going to happen to us. It's something we're all actively creating.
Couldn't have said it better myself. The future is unwritten, and we all have a role to play in shaping it.
And then on that note, until next time, happy diving, everyone.